Welcome to your evening news. My name is Quinn, and we're here with Teddybears and Tentacles, episode number 29. Thanks for watching. This is Sunday, March the 15th, and we're live here from T-Bat Studios in an undisclosed location. Or is it disclosed location?
It's one of those.
Well, one way or another, we're here, and this is episode 29. So thank you all for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Tell your friends, tell your grandma, if you know anybody that's quarantined right now, tell them. Because they're going to have to find stuff to do. They've probably already watched everything on Netflix like I have, so I guess I'm done, dude. I could probably stay in quarantine for like 3 days, and then I'm just going to take off running. So
they can't quarantine you if they can't catch you.
Yeah, it's true. And of course, today I have with me Skinny Rick.
Yep. And
on the computer back there is my lovely partner in crime.
We don't commit crime.
Well, that's debatable.
Yeah.
But also, probably more famously known as my friend Corbin's cousin.
Yeah. That's how everybody refers to her. Nobody's ever said that, dude. Has anybody ever called you that?
What?
Corbin's cousin. Oh, you're Corbin's cousin.
Back when we
was
were
it
in
Grayson's
Pooler.
cousin, though, or Corbin's cousin?
No, it was
Be
Corbin's.
honest.
It was Corbin's.
When we were in
Okay.
Pooler. Yeah. Right? Is that right?
Yeah.
I was wee small.
They refer Corbin to
Small child.
brother.
So this is
Yeah.
what I think's funny is that like Callie used to go to church with us in Pooler when we were there.
Yeah.
But I didn't really know Callie at the time. Yeah. But also Corbin and I were friends back when Corbin was in high school and I was small.
Yeah.
And then he got some friends his own age.
Yeah.
And then went off and hung out with them.
Yeah.
And then one day he came back and I was like, "Oh, welcome back." And then we were friends again. It was really weird. But it was like completely different because he was like a different person. Because he was like a lot more like nihilistic when he came back, you know?
And so Skynrick was there for the situation that started Callie and I's relationship on
It was
while
beautiful.
we were playing a video game.
Yeah.
So it's just a big room full of...
You don't remember. See, it'd be funny if you had the headphones on.
Yeah. Well, I'm missing a 1/4-inch plug,
Well,
which is pretty good.
that sucks.
Yeah.
No, it had to do with bricks and lotion.
Yeah.
And also... No, that's it.
Yeah.
Just bricks and lotion.
Yeah. So we're here today to talk to y'all about viruses.
Yes, and not the digital kind that you
Not
get
the
from
digital kind. Yeah. So
downloading sketchy games or other things.
the coronavirus, is in full swing right now. Yesterday, Trump declared a national state of emergency. So a bunch of schools are closed. Everybody probably already knows all this stuff, but
We were live streaming today.
yeah, we
instead of doing
had to live
normals.
stream today for work, and it's getting kind of weird, dude. It seems like, whenever you look at those maps that they show, where like the states and the countries and stuff are lit up, like it's just getting more and more lit up, man.
I got laid off at my second job
Yeah,
because of it.
yeah.
Because
so
SCAD.
yeah, a lot of people that we know work small businesses around town, and those businesses depend on a local art school, college called SCAD, and
We need the kids to come spend their parents' money.
Yeah, so
What we need.
yeah, we need that, but SCAD canceled the rest of this semester, and then next semester is going to be online. So even if this thing like gets cleared up in the next month, like we're still looking
really
at
doesn't matter.
3 months after that of this place being a ghost town. So
Yeah.
you know,
And I bet that the army base is gonna strongly advise against people going off base.
yeah, probably so. Man,
Which means we're really gonna be living in a small town.
yeah. I mean, my plan as of right now is, you know, if they call for like a lockdown,
Yeah.
you know, I post up at the house. I got some cereals and
Do you have any toilet paper?
a couple bananas. Yeah, I got toilet paper. So I ended up with all of the Life Gets Crappy toilet paper.
Yeah.
I ended up with all of it.
The thin stuff.
Yeah, but it was still 7,000 rolls.
The stuff that might as well be sandpaper.
Actually, some of it is actually pretty good though. That
you know what sounds really good?
I'm talking about the ones that we gave out at the coffee shop. You know, for you know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
That big bin of them that we had in there.
Literally when life gets crappy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got all
of those.
Yeah.
You know, you got cereals.
Yeah, I got cereal.
So hypothetically, if you were gonna eat your cereal, would you take Cocoa Krispies and put slices of banana in them?
Dude, I haven't done it. So one of the things with me about cereal is I like having the cereal container. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like in the shape of a cereal box and it's got container situation. So I bought some Life with Cinnamon, which apparently is adult cereal, according to
I always eat honey
Callie.
bunches of oats.
Yeah. So
Not adult cereal, 30-year-old cereal.
yeah, 30-year-old cereal, whatever. So I buy
You don't like Life cereal?
No.
I bet you like Fruit Loops though, don't you? Yeah. Okay. Well, there it is.
So I end up buying some Cocoa Krispies, you know, for whenever I run out of the Life cereal because I have one cereal container. And I know that I have about 3 bowls of Life left. And Callie's at the house the other day and walks in the room and I hear, and I look over there and it's the freaking Cocoa Krispies popping. She's eating, she opened it up. So now I can't put it in the...
It was good.
I bet it was. And then we got in an argument where, you know, I was like, we should put some bananas in it. And she said that would be nasty. And
It's like a banana split, but different.
yeah.
It's like a melted. It's like, okay. It's like if you took something.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
Just think of something.
Yeah.
Name something.
Toilet paper.
If you took toilet paper
Okay.
and you took all the natural raw ingredients
Yeah.
and you just kind of put them together. You didn't actually make it. You just kind of put them together.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
The thing is a banana split.
Yeah.
You got dairy and banana and chocolate.
Yeah.
But you also have all that
Yeah.
in the cereal.
Yeah. And even what would probably be good on top of that would be regular Rice Krispies.
Yeah. And
So-
maybe even rice.
Yeah.
If you're feeling, you know,
If you're feeling
a little
Oriental.
cultural.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what the proper term there is.
Yeah, me either. So that's what that happened with the cereal situation. And so what I wanted to talk about with this stuff is not the coronavirus thing, because that is, nobody knows what's going on. I will say this. Here's what this is going to be my statement moving forward with coronavirus, is that from the beginning, this thing has kind of had some unknown properties to it. We still don't really know what it's doing, how it's mutating. I could go ahead and say that we really still don't know for sure where it came from,
Or even what it wants.
we know
really.
it came from China, but we don't know where it originated. Yeah, or what it wants. And so people are just arguing online about people stocking up on stuff. Some people say, people are overreacting. Some people are definitely overreacting. But, people point to the statistics a lot, which is fine. But using that as like your defense in it, in my opinion, is just in poor taste. Because if it was your kid or your grandma or your mom became one of those statistics, it's no longer, everybody's overreacting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'll tell you what, Publix was selling toilet paper, and lots of gas stations have toilet paper, and people don't really think to go there.
Yeah.
Like there's a like they had a fully stocked toilet paper section at that. Is it what is a Chevron down the street?
Yeah.
But
it's like 3 times the price of regular. I saw some. I told your dad about those eBay bids right before he went on stage this morning. So I thought that was funny. I found a eBay bid this morning, or it was buy it now. 2 rolls of 2-ply. So buy one get one free for $100. And then I also saw an eBay thing that ended last night where 1 square went for like $10,025. And of course, stuff like that is a joke, and
I
they
saw
just canceled the transaction.
I saw
and
one
stuff,
thing
but it's
that
still
was
funny.
alternatives to toilet paper
Yeah.
for the coronavirus quarantine. And that I saw a bunch of comments that were like, wait, we were supposed to wait for a quarantine to like use other stuff.
Yeah. Well,
It's like people getting real creative. I'm like, all right, well. And if you're French, you're fine. 'Cause
somebody
you got, a little squirt gun down in that toilet.
exactly. One of my somebody that I'm friends with on Facebook said that they just bought one, and people were like hating on them, and it's like, it's probably a lot cleaner than using just smearing poop around with toilet paper.
Some paper, dude.
Yeah. So, that's what I have to say about that. It's been since the end of December that this thing's been around. We're coming up on 4 months of it, and it is slowly making its way into North and South America. So
My senior trip got canceled.
Yep.
The SAT got canceled.
Yep.
So basically, I don't know how I'm going to get into college until they basically. I mean, really, I can't actually really graduate yet.
Yeah.
But I also can't test to get into college.
Yeah.
So,
you're right.
These kids who are like, oh man, I gotta stay home and do my classes online. That's so stupid. I'm like, well, at least you're doing the classes.
Yeah.
Because me, on the other hand, I'm getting laid off work and not going to college now. So,
Well, yeah. So we want
It
to.
really depends on what it does when it starts warming up. Because I was saying,
Who knows what's gonna happen.
the flu it's not very active during the summer, but we don't know about this one. If this one gets more active in the summer, then we're going to be in a really big.
Seems like magic.
I honestly think I could outrun it, so
Evil
I'm not
trickery.
too worried about it.
Dude, what if we made a light that you could see it? You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's like that one movie. I never actually watched it, but there's like these things trying to kill them. It's not Bird Box. It came out before that. But there's these invisible things trying to kill them. And you can see them if you like shine like a certain type of light on them and you like see their silhouette. It's like that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
You want to make one?
Yeah.
How do we make it?
I don't know.
Okay. We'll figure it out.
I think maybe if we just.
Dude, we have everything to make everything else. Why could we not make this? We can make clothes. We can make wooden shapes. We can make plastic
shapes.
shapes, yeah.
We got lots of shapes.
We can make paper drawings.
Yeah. I've got one over there.
We can make digital drawings.
Yeah.
We can make videos, pictures.
We can make health potions.
We can make health potions.
Is it in the shot? Your head's in the way. You can't. Yeah. There it is.
Love potions, dog.
Love potions, dude.
Holla at me, 1-800-LOVE-POTION.
Guaranteed to work at least a little bit.
Yeah.
If anything, they'll feel more hydrated and like you a little more.
Make you love yourself. So, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some of the pandemics that have happened in the past, like a real long past ago, and then maybe
like before computers passed.
Yeah. Before the internet, before AOL. So
really before like cities.
Before mullets were cool. The first time. Yeah. So
they've kind of always been a little cool.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
So some of these things, these plagues and stuff like that, I haven't heard of. So this is going to be kind of the bigger pandemics, and then we'll talk about a few of the more recent ones that have happened in different places,
like Ebola.
After that, we can maybe talk about Ebola. I was thinking more like SARS and stuff like that. This happened like recently, or
Oh, okay, sure,
more recent. But yeah.
that's fine.
So we will start with the. Is this Antonine? Is that how you say this?
Antonine.
Antonine or
I don't
Antonine
know.
Plague.
I'm just making it up as I go.
So this is in 165 AD. Death toll was 5 million and the cause unknown. Also known as the Plague of Galen, the Antonine Plague was an ancient pandemic that affected Asia Minor, Egypt, Greece, and Italy, and is thought to have been either smallpox or measles, though the true cause is still unknown. This unknown disease was brought back to Rome by soldiers returning from Mesopotamia around 165 AD. Unknowingly, they had spread a disease which would end up killing over 5 million people and decimating the Roman army.
What a rookie mistake.
I don't really, so whenever they talk about plagues, you see kind of different things throughout movies and stuff like that. I guess more like a bubonic plague is what I always think of as a plague, but, I guess look up the definition of plague.
Antonine.
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 Yeah. So it's the Antonine Plague.
Antonine.
So pull up, let's look up real quick the definition of a plague.
Definition of a plague.
So,
Yeah.
You don't know the definition of a plague.
well, I mean, it seems like it's just more like an ancient type of pandemic. A contagious bacterial disease characterized by fever and delirium, typically with the formation of buboes, bubonic plague, and sometimes infection of the lung, pneumonic.
You said
plague.
long.
Yeah. So go ahead, back to the thing. Yeah. So that was the first one, Antonine Plague, 5 million people.
Death toll.
So let's look up. I want to.
That's a lot of people.
While we're doing this, as we're doing this, whenever we're kind of talking about it, switching back and forth. I want to be looking up the population of the world, the speculated population of the world during these different periods, so that we could kind of get a better idea of really how much damage was done.
What was it?
165 AD.
What is happening here? Okay. What? Okay. It's good. It's fine.
World population 165 AD. How did the cap locks happen?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Wait, how did the cap locks happen?
I don't know. Look, the first thing that comes up is Antonine Plague. So 60 million people, give or take. So 5 million, you're looking at, a little less than a tenth of the population, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. So probably like 8% of the population of the world. That's a good chunk of people, man.
Let's think about this. 60. You know what? Let's not think about it. I don't have to take the SAT anyway.
60 divided by 5 is 12.
Yeah.
So it would be 12%. Yeah, is that right?
I don't know. Dude.
Is that right? How do you do the math? How do you math, Callie?
What?
Callie, how do you do
what
math?
would be 5%? So it would be 8%. 5 million people would be 8% of 60 million, right?
5 million people would be 8% of 6, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So so you're looking at 8%. That's a good chunk, dude. As you know, so now we're looking at 320 million people on the world, on the planet. 320 million people just in this country.
That's correct.
Yeah. And about
8 billion
almost
or
8
whatever.
billion, something like this today would be, it would be
Catastrophic.
catastrophic, man. So let's go to the next one.
You better go live on a boat or something.
Yeah. The next one is the plague of
Justinian.
541 to 542, and this is
This is AD.
death toll 25 million. So let's be looking at the population of that. And so this, I believe, is what is like you see on like these medieval era style plagues in like the Monty Python movies where they're making fun of it. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I'm pretty sure that this is what this is referencing to, either that or the no, it would be either this or the Black Death. But yeah. So
guess what?
What?
There was less people.
It was there were less people
Yeah.
then. What
it says wait, hold on. Throughout the rest of the empire, nearly. Oh, this is saying how many people it killed is 25 to 50 million
so
estimated.
it
doesn't say how many there were though.
World population 541 AD.
Wait, through the rest of the empire, nearly 25%. I don't understand why it won't just tell me.
So,
What was it? Everything that's coming up is like the plague killing people.
yeah, it is. It's pretty, those years, I mean, this stuff really is like the big landmarks of those different time periods. So, I mean, it says right here that nearly 25% of the population died, ranging from, so it seems like there were about 200-ish million people max on the, as a population. So 25%, it would be between like,
It's close.
200 million. So between like 125 to 250
What is that?
million, pretty
How
much.
many do we have here? 200 something, 300 something.
So we have 320 million.
So that's not even as many as we got chilling just,
So
this side of the
thought to have killed
whatever ocean.
thought to have killed perhaps half the population of Europe. The plague of Justinian was an outbreak of the bubonic plague that afflicted the Byzantine Empire and Mediterranean port cities, killing up to 25 million people in its year-long reign of terror. Generally regarded as the first recorded incident of the bubonic plague, the plague of Justinian left its mark on the world, killing up to a quarter of the population of Eastern Mediterranean and devastating the city of Constantinople, where at its height it was killing an estimated 5,000 people a day and eventually resulting in the deaths of 40% of the city's population.
Imagine having this plague named after you.
Dude.
Justinian.
Yeah. Here, so what people, most of the population at this point in the world is in the East. Yeah. The population of like Canada, what Canada is today, North and South America was
way later.
I mean, it was very, very low compared to, and also you have to consider that most people lived either in these cities or what's going on?
We did?
Oh, most people are.
Yeah, my chair leg's touching it.
Most people were either living in these cities because that's where commerce was happening, or very close to them. So that's why whenever something like this happened that long ago, there wasn't communities, and the world population wasn't as widespread as it is today, and so hit one of those big cities, man, and everybody's buying meat from these markets and stuff like that, similar to what you see today with the situation in Wuhan. So
yeah, dude,
we'll keep on going. The Black Death, which would be 1346
that's
to
the
1353.
beefy one.
75 to 200 million. Caused bubonic plague from 1346 to 1353. An outbreak of the plague ravaged Europe, Africa, and Asia with an estimated death toll between 75 and 200 million people.
It says
thought to have originated in Asia, the plague most likely jumped continents via the fleas living on rats that so frequently lived aboard merchant ships. Ports, being major urban centers at the time, were the perfect breeding ground for the rats and the fleas, and thus the insidious bacterium flourished, devastating 3 continents in its wake. Dude, I don't know, man. Whenever you hear something like that, it's just like,
it's all Black Death. It's not.
Think about like we don't have an idea of how many people were alive then, really.
It says I don't understand. World
see.
population by year. Maybe I can go back that far. What was the date? 13. Somewhere.
So-
This website says somewhere between. Stop doing that.
From an estimated 475 million down to 350.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah.
Yeah, so took a lot of that one killed a lot of people, man. It just, seeing those kind of numbers and how it just wipes out entire continents and stuff like that, it just makes you. It's kind of freaky, dude.
But the thing
Like,
with the Black Death was some people were actually like immune to it, which was weird. There were a few people who were unaffected by it,
yeah, it's weird.
and that's when we got our plague doctors.
Yeah.
Which it's funny, like a lot of the superstitious like things that people believed would protect them from the plague back then actually did. Like one thing was if you sat in a ring of fire, you'd be protected. But it's also like because the fire is gonna, like, if nothing's going through the fire, then the virus is or whatever the plague isn't gonna get you. Yeah. And so things like that, or like the plague doctor masks, the leather, it was like,
they
barrier.
would fill it with different like herbs,
flowers,
and stuff.
to smell good,
lavender, and
it's
bizarre,
weird,
man. It is bizarre. So let's go to the next one. The next one is the third cholera pandemic, 1852 to 1860. Death toll 1 million. At this point, if the death toll is, I would say, less than 50 million, I wouldn't look up the population. So 1 million, generally considered the most deadly of the 7 cholera pandemics. The third major outbreak of cholera in the 19th century lasted from 1852 to 1860. Like the first and second pandemics, the third cholera pandemic originated in India, spreading from Ganges River Delta before tearing through Asia, Europe, North America, and Africa, and ending the lives of over 1 million people. British physician John Snow, while working in a poor area of London, tracked cases of cholera and eventually succeeded in identifying contaminated water as the means of transmission of the disease.
How weird is it that this stuff just creates itself, or like mutates or whatever?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Sounds like aliens to me, dude. Sounds like they've been trying to get us off this rock for a while.
One of the craziest things to think about is, like, if you think about like space and all that stuff, and like how like we ourselves are microcosms for all, have all these like basically just built of little microcosms and millions and millions and millions and millions of cells and stuff like that. And like, to them, that's just where they are, just like we're here. And it's like, what if that's what we are?
Of a person?
You know what I mean? What if we're all, what if we're,
it's like Horton Hears a Who, but different.
Not a person, but you get what I'm saying. Like, what if we're just like, like what if this is just like a piece of cheese type situation, like we're just, I mean, it's definitely weird to think about.
Do you think the coronavirus has video games?
I don't know, dude. No, I don't think so, man.
I think we got it pretty good.
I think it's like one of the
wasn't the Walking Dead, wasn't it like something from space? It was like a virus from space.
I don't know, man.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I quit watching Walking Dead.
Oh, I haven't finished the show. I just from the comics.
Yeah,
I heard that it was something to do with space.
Spoiler alert. The Walking Dead was an alien thing the whole time.
But that's just for the comic book. They don't really follow
I don't know if
it
that's
in
true
the
or
show.
not, but
the show doesn't keep up with it.
Yeah, spoiler alert anyway. So let's keep going up. And I think that, so this is the first flu pandemic, 1889 to 1890. And so this is one of the things that everybody kind of has to deal with and guard themselves from sort of every year. But sometimes it has been worse than others, and this is the first one. So death toll 1 million, and originally to be the Asiatic flu or Russian flu, as it was called. This strain was thought to be an outbreak of the influenza A virus, subtype H2N2, though recent discoveries have instead found the case to be the influenza A virus subtype H3N8. The first cases were observed in May 1889 in 3 separate and distinct locations: Bukhara in Central Asia, Turkestan today, Athabasca in northwestern Canada, and Greenland. Rapid population growth of the 19th century, specifically in urban areas, or only helped the flu spread, and before long the outbreak had spread across the globe. Though it was the first true epidemic in the era of bacteriology, and much was learned from it. In the end, the 1889 to 1890 flu pandemic claimed the lives of over 1 million people.
The numbers are going down, though,
Yeah.
as we get further into the future.
They are. Callie's everything still recording?
Yes.
Good? Okay.
Wow, I take that back because it looks like up here in a minute it's about to jump.
Yeah. So we will go to the 6th cholera pandemic, 1910 to 1911. Death toll 800,000. Cause cholera like its 5 previous incarnations. The 6th cholera pandemic originated in India, where it killed over 800,000 before spreading to the Middle East, North Africa, Eastern Europe, and Russia. The 6th cholera pandemic, source of the outbreak. American health authorities, having learned from the past, quickly sought to isolate the infected, and in the end, only 11 deaths occurred in the U.S. By 1923, cholera cases had been cut down dramatically, although it was still a constant in India.
Uncle Sam scared that boy away.
Yeah. We don't want you. Flu pandemic, next one, 1918. Here's another
This one's bad.
big one. 20 to 50 million people. Between 1918 and 1920, a disturbingly deadly outbreak of influenza tore across the globe, infecting over a third of the world's population and ending the lives of 20 to 50 million people. Of the 500 million people infected in the 1918 pandemic, the mortality rate was estimated at 10 to 20%, with up to 25 million deaths in the first 25 weeks alone. So this one moved pretty fast.
I don't know where they're getting these numbers from, because really it's a 50-50 chance whether you die.
No, it's
Because
not.
it'll
dude.
either happen or it won't,
That
dude.
is no, dude, no. What separated the 1918 flu pandemic from other influenza outbreaks was the victims, where influenza had previously only killed juveniles and the elderly, already weakened patients. It had begun striking down hardy and completely healthy young adults, while leaving children and those with weaker immune systems still alive. So this is the first kind of spooky mutation. What do you think?
Dude. Sounds like survival of the fittest ain't no thing anymore.
Yeah. Well,
Because this one's hunting down. This is basically, out of this gang of viruses, it's the blue shell in Mario Kart.
yeah. Not really.
Yeah.
It just mutated once, dude. It's just like the first one where it did something different than the rest of them did.
Yeah,
So I
it
mean,
went-
yeah, it is.
it went for the
like,
healthy
at
ones.
the time. Yeah, for sure.
Went for that first place.
Yeah. So let's go to the next one. Asian flu, 1956 to 1958. Death toll 2 million. Asian flu was a pandemic outbreak of influenza type A of the subtype H2N2 that originated in China in 1956 and lasted until 1958. In its 2-year spree, Asian flu traveled from Chinese province of Guizhou to Singapore, Hong Kong, and the United States. Estimates for the death toll of the Asian flu vary depending on the source, but the World Health Organization places the final tally at approximately 2 million deaths. 69,000 in the U.S. alone. So, as of right now with the coronavirus situation, we're not even close to anything like that. It doesn't seem
That's
like
correct.
next one, flu pandemic, 1968, which I was telling you earlier. It seems like there's a flu pandemic about every 40 to 60 years. Death toll 1 million. A Category 2 flu pandemic, sometimes referred to as the Hong Kong flu in 1968, was caused by...
What's up with all these viruses popping up in Asia?
I don't know, man. I mean, you know, it was...
That's where most of these are coming from.
It's the concentration of people, man. It's a lot of people.
Y'all got to figure that out.
It's a lot of people.
Because there's a
in these
lot
small
more
areas.
land over there than there is over here. So we're doing something wrong.
Yeah, but it's not like the continents aren't unified with the country. So, like, it basically, you know,
Maybe they should try it.
it's hard to work together, man, sometimes.
I mean, it's not easy. If anything, if you look at our history, it's not easy.
So, let's keep going. The Hong Kong flu 1968 flu pandemic was caused by the H3N2 strain of the influenza A virus, a genetic offshoot of the H2N2 subtype. So whenever you see people that are posting, this is a good reference for this. Whenever you see people posting the picture of the Lysol bottle, you know, that they've had in their freaking cabinet for 8 years that they never use, you know, and says human coronavirus on it. Like, this is the type of deal that what we're dealing with. Like, you can say the flu, but so far we've seen, you know, just through this thing, millions and millions of people die from different subtypes and of different strains of the flu. So that whenever you see the coronavirus situation, that's what it's talking about. It's not a conspiracy theory. Like, this is just COVID-19. That's what it is. It is a subtype of a coronavirus. From the first case reported in July 13th in Hong Kong, it took 17 days before outbreaks of the virus were reported in Singapore and Vietnam. And within 3 months, it spread to the Philippines, India, Australia, Europe, and the United States. While the 1968 pandemic had a comparatively low mortality rate, 0.5%, it still resulted in deaths of more than 1 million people, included 500,000 residents in Hong Kong, approximately 15% of its population at the time.
That's a good bit.
So the next one that we have is HIV AIDS pandemic, death toll 36 million, and this is in 2005 to 2012.
That's a lot.
So first identified in Democratic Republic of the Congo in 1976, HIV AIDS has truly proven itself a global pandemic, killing more than 36 million people since 1981. Currently, there are between 31 and 35 million people living with HIV. The vast majority of those are in sub-Saharan Africa, where 5% of the population is infected. Roughly 21 million people, as awareness has grown, new treatments have been developed that make HIV far more manageable. As many of those infected go on to lead productive lives. Between 2005 and 2012, the global deaths from HIV/AIDS dropped from 2.2 million to 1.6 million. So it took, 5 years to kill 36 million people since 19. Okay, so it was way longer than that, but this is one of those ones that have happened since we've been alive, and I can remember kind of the AIDS scare a little bit, and it was weird. It was a weird, kind of situation. I can remember being a kid. One of the only memories that I have of being a little kid is my mom telling me about another little kid that they had gotten AIDS because their mom had it or something like that, and this kid was gonna die, and it was just so hard for me to understand. I didn't get it. What are you laughing at?
I just keep bumping the camera because my chair leg is right next to it.
Oh.
They're touching.
Everything's still good, Callie? We still recording everywhere? You're not having any issues with the audio? Okay.
It's fine.
I'm just making sure because our audio computer is...
so full.
Yeah, and what's weird is that we keep clearing it, and it seems like the more that we clear, like the more full it gets, and we're making like less way less content.
Like
than
we're
the amount that
actually
we're
just
clearing.
deleting storage space.
Yeah, that's what it seems like for real. All right, let's keep going. We're
That's it right there, dude.
That's
That's
it.
the end of this article.
Wow, how long have we been going for, Callie?
It says 57 minutes.
Oh,
7
wow.
minutes. So we probably been going for about 40ish. Let's look up real quick SARS. Let's look up SARS and MERS real quick.
Yes, caps lock.
And so, no, just look up SARS by itself, not both of them.
All right.
So, severe acute respiratory syndrome. It was recognized. Click it.
All right.
This is World Health Organization
Also known as
website.
WHO.
So, severe acute respiratory syndrome, SARS was recognized at the end of February 2003. World Health Organization coordinated the internal investigation with the assistance of the Global Outbreak Alert and Response Network and worked closely. So, does it say
Disease outbreaks are right
March
here.
1st. Oh wow, yeah, they do have all that. Well, but I want to see how many people died. So look up how many people died from SARS. And so this happened in 774 deaths. This was kind of in the Middle East, and then MERS.
This one, or-
MERS. Yeah, these
look
are
up MERS.
these are very similar to, I believe, the and this happened in South Korea, I think. So it is actually a form of coronavirus. It looks like.
It's literally called Middle East Respiratory Syndrome.
Yeah. Well, never mind then. Yeah. So 2012. So look up how many people.
I looked up the death toll.
32.
million?
No.
Just regular?
Yeah. No. How many people died from?
What do you want me to? You want me to
I don't
phrase
know.
it different?
I don't know. So.
Do you think laser tag's still open, even though
Probably, dude.
we're not supposed to?
I can't tell, dude. It doesn't look. Why is it?
Maybe the lasers would kill it.
Okay, well, these were similar to coronavirus, so I guess, we just wanted to kind of talk about that stuff. We want to do some stuff soon. We still want to do the Roger Stone thing. I think maybe what we'll end up doing is
I mean, I have more time on my hands now.
yeah. I think what we'll end up doing maybe is one on each member of Black Manafort and Stone, that lobbying agency.
Okay.
All of them seem to have played some role in recent trickery. So,
Bamboozlement.
yeah, we still want to do that stuff. But in the meantime, everybody stay safe. Wash your hands. Wash
Stay
your
safe.
eyelids.
Yeah.
Rinse your eyes out with salt water. Right?
Bro, I got something in my eyes the other day.
What happened?
I don't know what I got in there. Dude, I don't know. Okay, first of all, I've had gasoline in my eye before.
Yeah.
Whatever I got in my eye the other day
Worse.
hurt way worse than gas. Bro, I washed my eyes out 3 times and it didn't do anything.
And you don't know what it was?
Don't know.
Cool.
But it was in there for the whole day.
Yeah. that's
Like
not
I
bad. Where were
basically
you?
imagine I was here and then I went to Blue Door.
So where did it happen?
Blue Door.
Blue Door?
Yeah. I don't know what it was. My mom was like, "Oh, it's the smoke because the panini press," and I was like, "Well, I've worked there for like a while now, and it's never happened before." So, but I basically cried all day
Might be something they put in the
in the
Cold brew or
in the
something.
tuna fish
Yeah, that-
sandwich or
yeah.
something. Maybe I got some cayenne in my eye.
yeah.
We do have cayenne pepper, but I feel like it would have washed out with water.
Yeah. Shout out to Blue Door,
Yeah.
So you ended up getting it fixed, and what happened? Well, you didn't get it fixed. You just waited it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I just cried all day.
That sucks, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It was very emotional. I was crying from the pain first, and then I was crying because I was trying not to cry, which made me cry.
Yeah, that's always how it goes down, it seems like.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to talk about before we close off this week?
I mean, we didn't really talk about how our week was, I guess. I was just going to say we've been trying Warzone. It's fun.
Yeah, we've
I
been
recommend it.
Call of Duty Warzone.
Here's the thing. It's free.
Yeah.
And also,
It's pretty fun.
it's cross-platform.
Yeah, it feels pretty much Apex to me, but less floaty in my opinion.
Runny,
Yeah.
jumpy,
Yeah. A little more tactical.
Yeah.
Less alien-ish.
less broken.
Yeah.
Well, Apex wasn't even broken. It just got frustrating when certain characters were able to just
Do whatever they wanted, pretty much.
pretty
Yeah.
much. There were some people who got so good with the abilities that it, for a normal guy, like yeah. But
It's been fun.
it has,
Hit us up if y'all are playing,
and
We play PC, but I think anything that you can play it on is cross platforms. You could play it
yeah,
with other platforms.
Yep.
PS3.
yeah,
No.
yeah, for sure.
Is it? Do they even have it for PS3?
I don't know.
No, dude, they don't make that. Callie has a PS3. Any PS3 players out there, hit her up. Her gamer tag is
Do you have Shrek the game?
Roller Derby 45.
Is it actually?
No,
Oh,
it's leaky trash bag.
oh, okay, cool.
Leaky trash bag.
Some of that that's a dumpster juice.
Yeah, so we've been doing that. What else? Anything else this week? It was your birthday, Skynrick.
It was
His
my
birthday was
yeah.
yesterday. He's now a...
Well,
What?
do we want to say it? Because we totally lied about it on my social media.
Lied about what?
My age.
It doesn't matter now.
Oh, well, I guess it doesn't. I am actually 18 now.
Yeah.
I haven't been this whole time. We tricked you.
Yeah. Skynrick is now 18. And so...
Speaking of social media, you should follow me for sure.
Yeah.
And also Quinn.
Dude, yesterday, somebody that was like a 21-year-old trying to hit on you was pedophilia. Today it's regular. Yeah. How's that make you feel?
I don't know, dude. Because now I don't have that whole now I don't have that out. Whenever a situation gets awkward, I can't be like, oh, I'm a minor and then leave. Now it's like, I just really.
Have you had to do that often ish?
Yeah, I've had to do it a few times. Straight up.
weird.
You're like, all right, I'm gonna head out.
You should just still do it.
I'm gonna head out before y'all get arrested.
You should be like, I'm a minor, and they'll be like, no, you're not. And you'll be like, emotionally, just leave. Still,
dude.
I identify as a minor.
Identify as a minor. A mine.
Oh, dude, hang on a second. There was something that I would have wanted to bring up.
Got a haircut too.
So, apparently, with the Epstein Ori, at some point, we haven't talked about it in a while, and I've done that on purpose.
Yeah.
But, apparently Ghislaine Maxwell had told Prince Andrew not to cooperate with an FBI investigation, and he has started cooperating with an FBI investigation.
It looks like someone's gonna die now.
Yeah, Harvey Weinstein has like 25 years in prison, and he'll be the next one, dude.
People are gonna start dying. Either that or no. That's it.
Yeah,
that's the
what's
end of that.
That's it. Nothing else. There's no potential for anything else. Everybody just starts dying. So that's it. Anything else, dude?
Bro, what if they gave some of these people coronavirus and they're in jail on purpose? What if they snuck it in there, dude?
Why would they do that?
So that no one knew, Make it kill them.
Yeah, I guess.
Or kill them and then blame it on give them the virus, let them be sick for a little bit
Yeah.
and then kill
Use them
them.
as like guinea pigs. See
Well,
what the
I mean,
virus
no,
does.
I just mean like, so like instead of sneaking into Epstein's cell and
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
killing
I got
him
you, I got you.
and making it look like he hung himself, just make
Yeah.
it look like the virus got him.
Yeah, that could happen. You're right. You're right. You're right. Well, yeah, you can follow us on the socials. You can follow me on Twitter. I am at TBATQuinn.
And I am at TBATSKINERICK. I think I'm almost at 300 tweets now.
Yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
somewhere.
Skynrick has a good Twitter account, and you can try and find the TikToks as well.
There's an official one and an unofficial one.
Yeah. And one of them went across your For You page today. So
Mhm. The
they
official
are-
one popped up.
they're out there. So if you see those, find them, follow them.
And for those of you who don't know how TikTok works, the For You page is like your recommended area
Yeah.
for you. So it's different. Everyone's For You page is different because it's specifically designed for you. And then there's your following page. Then it popped up on my following page. It popped up on my For You page.
Yeah. And if you're a TikToker, then you're probably like 12, or somewhere between 12 and I would say,
Probably 18.
yeah, 18, 19.
Unless you're one of those PDF
Yeah, so you
files,
know
then
how
you're
it
out
works.
there
Yeah,
creeping, you know?
Yeah. PDF files.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, anything else?
I think that's it.
Stay safe, man.
Stay
Don't
safe. Eat cake. Fat
don't
people
be-
are harder to
be,
kidnap.
yeah. Don't be licking your brother's fingers or nothing.
Not in this time.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Honestly, though, I think I'm ready for us to not be living in strange times
Yeah.
because I feel like that's where we're always at.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really mean anything anymore. It's kind of like once everyone's special or once everyone's super, then no one will be. It's like
Yeah.
that same concept.
Well, if you know
But with
the
strange.
Epstein thing really kicked it all off. If you think about it, all that stuff happening around the same time.
Yeah.
Since that and the Area 51
So-
raid, and
Since that, we've had
all that,
the chicken Sammy
yeah,
that someone actually died for.
yeah, the Iran stuff. We had what else? I mean, I don't know, dude.
You know, Iran, I mean, we can't get into it right now, but there has been more happening. There was a attack
Yeah.
on was it a base? I heard that some UK guys died.
Yeah.
Some United Kingdom boys.
And also, what else, dude?
I don't know, but it's loud out there.
Yeah, they got some
They got a parade out there.
small
or
children
something.
outside, so I'm gonna go run them off. So thank y'all for watching, and we will see y'all next week. Please
Next
like,
week.
share, subscribe.
Wash your hands.
Yeah, wash your hands, wash your mouth, and rinse your eyes out with soap.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
we'll see y'all next time.
Okay, love you. Bye.